exactly our friend as we age. And I think you should look for something, some great feature that you have. That's the superficial part of aging. Because I think it's easy to look in the mirror and say, oh my gosh, I look so old, or my nose is getting bigger, or whatever. But I think that for that little petty thing, we should do that. And I think we should be just age gracefully. I don't think we should try to fight our age. Do everything we can to be healthy. Just exercise and eat healthy and reduce our alcohol consumption.
Sure.
And then try, and I think important in aging is to be positive and not worry about the ultimate expiration date of our life. Some people aren't really thankful for every day that they get. I am. I always am.
What do you think about the statement that the first 150-year-old person has already been born and alive?
It's hard to believe in this country.
It's hard to believe.
Americans are obese and sloppy and negative and have high blood pressure and over-medicated. So
Sure.
I'm not sure in America. It's an American. I wouldn't think it would be an American.
Interesting. Okay.
Those were good questions. Thank you, Shannon.
Okay, well, I just, wanted to get your input and see.
Are you still eating?
Well, let me ask you, what's next for you on the horizon? I understand you're getting ready to build a house.
Maybe we'll see.
Right.
But,
Are you in the process of designing a house? Are you?
already did that. I just found a little house of light, very similar to your Trailwood house.
So it's small, kind of
Simple.
crappy.
Simple.
Simple. Okay.
Simple and back to basics, right?
Are you getting
I want to get a copy of the tape later. I can't hear
He
anything
can't
she
hear.
said. She's facing the other way. She's afraid to let her hear. I understand that. So I want to get a copy of the...
So when are you going to break ground for the house? What's the deal? What's the deal?
Whenever the master in charge decides, which is tomorrow.
Well, if it's a smaller house, then it's not going to take a long time to build it, right?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
So you might break ground by Christmas?
Did you answer?
Serious, you know, good.
Granddad.
Before then, I hope
Granddad.
for Halloween.
Halloween.
Absolutely.
Mustafa don't pour wine, okay? He don't.
We'll see.
She says that she's not going to break ground before Christmas.
I didn't say that.
She says she's hoping that she breaks ground before Halloween.
She's not going to break before.
She hopes to break before Halloween.
I hope so.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna hold y'all to it. We got it on tape.
Well, she finalized her input on the plan, so just all go.
She just did it now on tape. We'll send you a copy. Right? You just said you found
you
something
still
you
got to
like.
engineer it. The plans don't mean anything. You got to engineer it.
I thought this was an answering question. Can we, everybody lob questions?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he monopolized the whole thing.
Listen up.
Oh, hold on, I'm not done. Go.
He's got the conch.
All right, I'm good. That's fine.
That's it?
That's all I got. I'll be
do
good.
it.
Yes, thank you.
Lee? Questions for your sister?
No, I thought those were great questions from my brother. I'll take over. I'll try to ask a couple more. I think part of our identity is the past, our experiences. So I would ask my sister, what's one of your fondest memories of your past that may have defined you as the person you are today?
That's a loaded question.
She don't even understand the question.
She does. She's grinning. She understands the question.
Well, this is my answer. This is a secret, and nobody knows the secret about me.
Awesome.
It's a secret story that only Mackenzie and Danny might know. But this definitely shaped me. When I was working, I always went to college and lived at home and worked and
Right.
always and tried to not ask my parents for money. And if I didn't have money to eat, I would just go without. And they think that that's they take that negative. But
They
I really
do?
they don't think that positive. They take
Can Daddy hear that?
I didn't even hear it. I don't know.
Granddad,
Right.
Come on down here.
come on down.
Yeah.
You can sit here.
But what happened was I was juggling too much and my grades were slipping. And in one of my classes, I got a C. And I had done really bad in finance. This was near the end of my college. And we were working on rental houses. I remember this. And
That's a lot of fun.
I got a letter in the mail, and I happened to get it, and it said I was on academic probation because, and I was going to have to sit out of UCF for a semester. And so I went in and I spoke to one of my. I was in my final year of college, so it was going to be really screw me up because I was on target to graduate. So I went in and talked to the professor that I liked the most, and I said, "Look, I cannot be out of school. It's totally my fault, and I'm asking, is there anything I can do?"
You had a C in the class, that was all?
I had a C in the class, but I was so close to a
That's really
B.
bad in college?
And, well, no.
C's are not good anytime.
Well,
Especially not in college.
no, I was about to fail. I had a D in finance, a super hard class, and my teacher was a real ASS. That teacher I couldn't stand. He was so full of crap.
D in
Anyway.
finance?
But anyway, so,
Let it fail.
you couldn't even do any of the finance. It's all But anyway, guess what he did? He looked at me, and he was the greatest professor. He said, "I want you to remember." He said, "I'm changing your grade. I don't want you to do anything, but I want you to remember, and I want you to do this for someone else." And I started crying because he was so merciful, and he knew my situation. He listened to my whole story. I gave him a little spiel, and he said, "Your grade has changed." And so that was a huge thing for me because he knew I was a good student and I had just screwed up, and he knew I was working all the things, and he had mercy on me. And that's at college level, a professor. So that shapes a lot of how I teach.
Yeah.
I believe in mercy for young people. I think that everybody, yes, sometimes students just goof off. But
So if that wouldn't have happened, you wouldn't even have graduated from college.
no, I would have had to sit out a whole semester, and I would have had to tell them that I had dropped the ball. But it all worked out, and I handled it on my own.
Good.
Now, my follow-up question is,
Was that responsive to your question?
I think so.
It was close.
It's close enough.
Close.
Shaped how she teaches today from the past.
It was heartfelt.
And I tell my students that story.
Can you turn the camera on me when I ask the question? And
It's
then
on
back
you.
on her?
It is on you.
You should come over here so you can be in the picture with me. My next question is, I used to tell people that, man, listen, if you've never thrown a softball with my sister, I mean, she throws the ball like a man, okay? So what is probably one of your greatest athletic moments? Because you were an athlete as you got through college. I remember the days when you were at VCC. I don't think you played at UCF.
They didn't have a team at UC.
What would be one of your greatest athletic moments of your life?
Well,
Time she got her tooth broke.
It's not great. It's annoying, isn't it?
actually, it actually happened in high school.
Okay.
It actually happened. Yeah, it was in high school. No, in middle school, because I didn't even play in high school. But it was in middle school, and I had. We were in a tie game, and we had an excellent team. And I was up to bat, and I remember I was goofing around, joking around with somebody in the dugout, and they're like, Tanya, you're up. And bases were loaded, but I was so distracted with joking around that I wasn't cognizant of the pressure cooker situation we were on, which is a great life lesson right here. This is so true, and this has always followed me in life, that I got up and I hit a grand slam home run. I brought in all the
A grand slam.
It was all over the announcements. My coach had it announced all over the whole entire school that Tanya Carpenter, if you see Tanya, she did this.
Did the whole dugout come out to greet you?
Oh, they went crazy. Andy Cobb was there. He went out. Of course, my parents were not there, of course.
Well, what do you know?
Andy Cobb.
What do you know?
It went crazy. He came and
Is this one of your parents right here?
I don't know. He picked me up out of the dugout and was running around with me crazy, and the whole Apopka people went crazy. And the thing was, though, the key in that is I was distracted and didn't realize I was in a pressure cooker situation and needed to perform.
And you just stepped up and hit.
I stepped up and performed.
Right.
So I think sometimes in life it's better to not know.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's better to just know, just kind of
Yeah, just live your life and don't worry about the pressure cooker points.
joke around. You got to be able to
Enjoy it,
laugh and
yeah.
kind of, I'm good at that. I like to do that.
Yeah.
You got another question?
I got one final
Follow
question.
up
Camera,
with
all about me. Camera.
Oh, I gotta zoom.
You know, I think that all things in life relate to Seinfeld.
Okay. Yeah, I can go with that. Yeah.
So one Seinfeld episode, Kramer had hidden the key to a lockbox in the cage of a bird. And the stupid bird apparently ate the key and died. And they needed to get the key to get Jerry's cufflinks. So Kramer convinces Jerry, we got to go to the pet cemetery to dig that bird up and cut him up.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Right? And so Kramer's walking through the grave sites and he goes, Jerry, man, that's what I want on my tombstone. Man's best friend. Right there. So I would ask you, what do you want on your tombstone? Isn't that called an
Oh, I already know this.
Is
I've
that
already
an
told
epitaph?
Mackenzie, you know, remember what I said? What does it say? I just wanted to say I gave my life for children.
Yeah.
I think adults, you can't help people. When people are set in their way and incorrigible and negative and they're grown, you can't change them. But young people, I've seen change
Set in their ways, encourageable.
So I
I
believe that's what I wanted to say, that I gave my life for children, because that's really where my heart is for kids.
You know what's on Leslie Nielsen's tombstone?
What?
Let her rip.
All right, those are my three. I'm done. I passed the conch.
Okay.
Which is what
Wait, I want to wash my
See
hands.
if
Will you film a little bit?
do you know what that's from?
It's still
Pass the
filming.
conch.
Yeah. Does he know
You know
that?
what?
That's
Pass
a
the
literary
conch.
reference. What is it?
Pass the conch.
Conch,
The
C-O-N-C-H.
conch. Conch.
Like comforter.
The shell.
Shell.
Wasn't that in the story of
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't know at all.
no, the
He
when
doesn't
these
know.
kids got
Yes.
plane crash.
What's the name of it?
What's that?
They made it in black and white, and they remade it in
Black and
color.
white. I saw the black
Right.
and white in D-Land back when I was in
D-Land or DeLand?
D-Land.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies, Mama! Way to go, Mama!
D-Land.
Mama's been drinking. Look at her. Nope.
I ain't been drinking.
All right.
I don't have a question, but I'd just like to acknowledge
Oh, you have to ask the question.
I am hesitant to acknowledge it, but I want to ask you boys. Did
Boys?
either one of you,
Damn.
You're
young boys,
talking about
did you in any of your schooling, did you get an invitation? Did you get a letter like Tanya got of an academic problem?
It's not about us.
No, but the reason I say that because if Tanya got one, I got one in the 12th grade in high school.
Did you really?
Yeah, so my parents said, "When think your friends going to make it?" Buddy, they call me. I don't think Buddy's going to make it.
They really?
Yeah.
In the 12th grade?
So 12th grade.
At least I made it with the senior year of college.
I was
Yeah.
anxious to get out.
Golly.
Well, let's go.
They worried about
Mom,
Aunt
come back.
Carolyn?
Mamo, what's your question for the birthday girl?
I don't have any questions.
Come on.
Come on, Mamo.
Everybody, ask your daddy.
Mamo.
I got no questions. I don't have any. Maybe
Do you
your
have any
children.
answers?
Do you have any questions, Mackenzie, for your mother?
Well, I think she's my mother. I pretty much asked her all the birthday questions.
How about you, Miss Autumn? Do you have a birthday question?
Danny's got to have something. Come on, Danny. What do you want to ask your mother about her birthday? Where she's at in life today?
I got one question. This is to see how really you devoted our son.
Can't hear you.
The best daughter in the world.
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding.
Absolutely. That means you got a lot of your mother and you're right there and asked that question. We could tell about Sucky
I
McDuck.
think.
All right, Granddaddy, it's your turn.
if
Go
I
ahead.
Let's talk about Sucky
Go
McDuck.
ahead.
Stupid ever.
Tony, your dad's got a question for you.
If I was going to ask any question, it would be, Tony, do you feel any need or obligation or indebtedness to your parent that you got your good humor from?
I'm thankful that I have good humor. I am thankful. I think that's a decision, a choice that people have to make to decide they want to
It
have.
doesn't really have to do with genetics that much.
Other than
Very important
modeling.
in life.
No, modeling is the best teacher, and so he has always modeled.
Yeah, but not.
But no, I'm
Really, the person that modeled the humor was Chance. He was the one that was always the life of the family.
Chance has
Steal it
always.
from me, Chance. Go ahead, steal it.
Chance has always been extremely funny naturally. I will say.
But
that.
don't it feel good to laugh about stuff, especially when you can laugh at yourself?
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Chance,
key
you
right
may not
there.
know this. Let me tell you something.
Or if you can laugh at your wife. I mean, that's what I think.
Chance, when you
I don't
left.
laugh at my wife.
Excuse me, Dad. Excuse me, it's my birthday. You may not know that, but when you left home, Mom was extremely sad. You were the first child, and she she likened it like it was like someone had died and you were 45 minutes away. And I just want you to know that it was like you were dead, like we had lost you.
That's not what I heard. I heard
No,
they had a
that's
look.
the
I heard
truth.
there was a party there at Wekiwa.
No.
I also would interject. Chance was the best at coining nicknames for people.
Oh,
So he would call him Flipper.
All right.
He'd call him Frank Burns
Right.
over at Rollins.
He is a Frank Burns.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a Frank Burns. He's totally Frank Burns.
Now, I recall that differently. I'm sorry to give a chance
No,
to make
hey, I was digging that ditch, and he called you Frank Burns on that ditch. Go ahead.
ditch.
The ditch at Rollins. We were connecting the water pipe or the line.
Oh
between the
God.
First house. and the
Oh
back.
God. Oh God.
I thought Ron Garmany came
Called you
Flipper.
Flipper.
He came
I don't think.
See that? See how that goes? See, I tried to take it from you.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, I ain't still.
That ain't how it went.
Garmany started the Flipper thing.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No.
But I thought little Jimmy Wade, I thought the funniest thing was about the we made this wire contraption where we could catch our fish and put in it at the lake. And the way we did the lid on it to keep the fish in, Jimmy, how did Jimmy say that? Jimmy said, well, is it childproof? You won't be able to get in it. I thought that was funny.
Gotcha, yeah.
Well, that's back when he was doing that hair lip thing.
What?
I mean, I'm getting in that one now. It's time proof. That's what he said. Little Jimmy's funny, man. Little Jimmy's funny as hell. You know he is. All right, well.
Sugar Lynn with her baby Michaela helped Joyce paint the 2-bedroom house.
Right.
And she was really a hard, good worker.
Sure.
Cheryl Kirkland West. Cheryl
This
Wade
is
Kirkland.
post-pregnancy?
And our question was that it seems to be missing little Jimmy, that he doesn't have that work ethic. Really.
I don't think we can resolve that.
No, that's like a big.
I did want to throw out that let's slightly turn the questions a little bit. I was going to say that if it's the daughter's birthday, we should ask each parent what are their comments about their daughter. It's her 42nd.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. That's good, Lee.
So
Yes.
what would you say about your daughter, Tanya Jean Morrison? She's 42 on Tuesday.
Yep.
I think one of the
April
most
5th.
positive things I'd like to say is I am just so amazed and pleased and like so much gratitude for two things. Her organizational
I knew that was
skills and
coming.
her lack of procrastination. Those are the things that I admire.
Now be serious.
No, he is being serious.
I am being serious.
Mama, what you got?
I think she's a great daughter. I pray I live long enough to see her have those organizational and financial skills. But she's a great daughter. She's a very outstanding mother.
Mom, let me ask you something.
But she wings everything in life.
Is it possible that TJ picked up any of her bad habits from you?
No, she
You
didn't
did.
get
You
that
did a
from
chance
me.
that she picked them up
No,
directly from
she didn't
you?
get any of those from me. She got them from her
Let me ask you
father,
this
not
though:
from me. She
what things do you think are in Tanya that are part of you?
I liking children, teaching, looking out for the underdogs, the kids that nobody cares anything about. She got that from me. Probably if she was a millionaire, she'd be like me. She'd give away most of it to people that were poor and needed it. That's the kind of thing she got from me.
What'd you get from you,
Well,
Pee Wee?
I think the bad thing she got from me is procrastination, but she's carried it to a different level.
I don't have
Yeah.
a wife like Mama who do everything.
You are the wife.
Yeah.
I do remember as a kid, the captain would have some big deal going down at the police department. It'd be Sunday night. It'd be all laid out on the dining room table.
Yeah.
It'd be a big old hairy deal in there. God almighty.
To get them out in the open. I love it when you go like that. That looks good.
Wait a minute. Is this the guy that's talking about airing grievances, and he's the first one to put it down in email because he can't talk to people like face to face?
Whoa!
I mean, is that,
Whoa!
I mean, all those hidden messages and inferences in email. Don't you get sick of that? I mean, how many things have been missing?
Well, soon we.
Look at that eye he's giving
I think putting it out of writing is a good thing to look at it and talk about it.
I'm concerned here in this restaurant, they're going to like mark our files. They're going to have shit written down about us.
We're gonna change your name.
Exactly. We'll come under a different.
Yeah.